had question marks with this map in the past. And we might have him again. That's though going to start things off. That's Dubstep looking to be the instigator here. That's already going to lean down towards middle. They look a little proactive. Look at Seiji over towards B long as well. We've got a little bit of movement here. I like this.
Actually, Secret giving up a lot of space on A side, so whether or not actually Dubstep will be rewarded, as Nat's removed. First piece off the board here. Actually, shahzam will respond. Gambit will get the plant though. Witz here is actually going to try and get ahead of the curve here. We'll find a kill as well. Chronicle will fall.
Lovely timing with the drone coming out as well, just working in unison, and Witz is putting on a show already. Down to Defo and Redgar. Spike is down, but so is the defuse coming in halfway. Now achieved. Jesse on the swing, and Redgar, he ain't got nothing to say.
They need to be the ones that are slippery, you know, get themselves into these one-and-done spots and, you know, cause chaos, because Gambit are going to want to slow things down. They're going to want to get a really, really good read of how the land lies, but somehow actually Gambit stacked up as 5. No real point of contact anywhere else on the map, and it's 3 players from Secret here ready to greet them. Again, they will pause for a moment. Defo looking for something up on Rafters. Witz entertaining it. Does take a tag, but comfortably back away now. shahzam actually will fall elsewhere.
I do like that they've kind of sat back a little bit here. They're not overly rotating. They're not getting too anxious over peeking. They're letting Gambit take a little bit of space. Dubstep does need to be careful. I'm wondering if he is tradable. He does have at least someone up top, so he can have a swing on this. Not as clean as you'd like, but does make up for it as Defo cannot get the punish. Spike goes down. Nats with 1, and now just Nats alive. So far, this is actually pretty good. Unless Nats can do some more. Not going to be the case. Jesse with a lovely little cleanup. Rifle can also be recovered, which should be, I think, on the cards at some point. And yeah, you can already see that's going to be the case.
Again, with nothing really, no indicators sent out from Gambit there. Again, they were just happy to wait to see if Secret
decided. And we've seen a hyper proactive Dispenser trying to push down B-Long quite often. He does have one by his side as well.
So say, look at this, Dubstep and Witz actually.
And look at the mid play, look at the mid play.
Yeah,
this is so sick. I love this approach. Get proactive, get in their face. Now Nats might be the undoing of this, but it gets checked on. Dubstep with the rifle, slices through Nats. They can fall away. The paranoia in Gambit's mind is going to be unbearable.
And it's things like this. If they're able to consistently address the back line of Gambit, especially with things like that, this could be interesting here. Again, Gambit on the attack. Previously, there were a lot of questions around that with some shaky performances, but I thought for the time being is the wall will be invested here on default. shahzam over the top up first, but Redgar will fall.
This is damage. This is a lot of damage. Dispenser's still finding shahzam. This is down to 2. Chronicle and Defo, this would be the rude awakening. This is the danger round to start with, really. But there's Defo trying to kind of keep control, the safe pair of hands. But the rifle still in Dispenser's hand. Keep that in the back of your minds. A tap on the spike brings Chronicle in for the swing. Witz finds 1. Oh my word! They've done it! They've converted the bonus with proactive play, taking space. All the things we outline, Hypok. This is like a caster's dream. I can't stress more. But Secret have done everything for at least an interesting game at this point, so I'm not going to oversell you any of this. And it looks like a quick piece coming out, but look at the buy. Dubstep, though, instantly going to pop the knives, head on down towards mid, confidence down, starting to boom, and maybe not so rightly so. Defo just swats him out the air, a comfortable pickup for him there. Spike now down, and this is the rude awakening. Welcome to the Iron Giant of Gambit. They don't need the full buy right now. They're happy enough to meet you in this kind of unorthodox play style.
Sure, actually a couple of weird head-to-heads here. Orkun will fall, but actually Witz gets together and Nats up in kitchen here. Could be an opportunity. It's 2v4. Again, look for a way back in here. You're going to find Defo as well, so shahzam's got to be careful. Jesse back on his feet now as well.
Yeah, but time, it's a huge factor in this. They really need to get going if they want a chance in it, and that's going to be a big denial by shahzam. Now down to 1. The last 2 do look a little weaker around the edges, but the time is everything in this matter. Dispenser tries to do what he can. Yes, he'll clean up the frags, but the round will be Gambit's.
Everybody falls. Side of that game plan, I guess, in drifting down B main, but Gambit struggling to learn anything from these early rounds, again, with the approach in general.
I think addressing this area, if you're wanting to default, is going to be paramount, but they just can't do it at the moment. This isn't the round to really do it. Maybe this is time to start investigating, try and find a little something out about this, kind of play as the pack, see if you can kind of get a feel for what Secret are up to. But as a start, I mean, we talk about what Secret needs to do to win. I mean, for Gambit, this gets kind of scary, right? Like, you've had a couple of shaky results, but you think it's okay. When we get to the big events, we'll be fine. We've done good prep coming in, and now you set up 4-1.
We don't talk about that yet.
No, we don't talk about that yet. It's too early. It's too early. It's only round 6. Oh, now popped. Let's see. Spike is down, to be fair, for Gambit. Let's see what this retake looks like. It's nice and clean. If it gets anything done, it's taken a while to get there. Redgar waiting, gets swung out by Wits. Yeah, that was wide as you like. And here we go, looking comfortable enough on the retake. Nicely done. Yes, they lose one, but the diffusion.
Near him again for another few rounds.
No, they don't need to.
They want to leave that paranoia. Actually, as I say that, shahzam will find an opening. Jesse falls. Gambit again. We'll pause for a moment. See if there's any pivot back on the side. As Redgar finds a fantastic kill though.
That is the Gambit you need. Fight as the collective. They managed to dissemble that pretty hefty lean towards A. That was 3 players well positioned, and their patience pays off. It pays dividends. That's the experience of Gambit you want to start seeing come through. It's
actually with this wall once again.
Wow, okay. This is where things go different, because Nats was pretty much the saving grace of the back line. However, this time, Team Secret hit these rotations a little bit better, a little bit quicker, a little bit more prepared. And Gambit are in pieces. But he's meant to be made for this, right? But they've read him so well.
Like a book. Like a book.
They bought the limited edition, the collector's edition. They got all the artwork and everything, mate. They've got it all. But this isn't enough. They now know everything. Oh, it's all been given away! Team Secret! They have read every single secret the Gambit may think they have. Any card up the sleeve has been ripped down as now Defo and Chronicle like, wait, what? We were holding a default and now we're just getting wrapped in on as well. The book's being shut. This round's done for. I am taken aback by Team Secret right now.
It is, and the problem is that every round looks like a new set of obstacles for Gambit to overcome. This is the first time Borkum's been called upon on B main. He goes huge. He slips underneath the drone there and was rewarded with 2 kills on Chronicle. 1 cross.
Players are here on that other side. 3 heavy lean, mid take, ultimate down. Defo with a quick dismantling though, as 2 fall in back-to-back succession, as dispenser is now needed. And shahzam with a re-peek on that. They look, I'm going to be honest, they look pissed at this. They look angry.
These are tilt peaks. These are kind of, that arrogance kind of comes into it in terms of the play style here. Upstep, operator on rafters. Trying to swing out here. shahzam again, still trying to apply the pressure here. We'll find Jesse. 3 members left of Secret here, and that's 2 snake bites, but actually Defo will fall here. shahzam again will find another. See Nats up there on the X-ray, and now I think Gambit going to try and slow things down, but shahzam now is 4th on the round, Lauren. Dubstep, have to consider saving that operator, but shahzam's close enough. It could be the ace here. It could be absolutely what the doctor ordered for Gambit. Belt, let's see if we can do that again.
They have had success in doing this, but I want to see a quicker address on it, or they play on a heavier retake. Playing in like that towards Gambit is going to give them the gateway to open up to the kingdom. Chronicle with a quick one towards Dubstep as well. This is looking very likely as shahzam is going to be feeling confident enough to lean a bit further forward, make those audio cues and then fall away just a touch. Spike going to be planted, and now down to 3 to try and play it back in.
Yeah, really, if Secret want to entertain this at all, you see Borkum's recovered that operator. I think, yeah, with what we're seeing on the minimap, looking like they might want to retreat away from this. And again, if we can just play back that clip from the Gambit timeout, I think this is the byproduct, right? It's like, guys, get your head in the game.
What are you doing?
Come on, what are you doing? Now, whether or not we see them just lean towards this now, because you've got to expect some sort of adjustment for Secret. Well, actually,
they're really chasing.
Borkum's are way closer than you'd hope, actually. Somebody trying to hold on to his operator, but he's not checked upon.
Hiding and playing on this, and he actually falls away, though. Doesn't overstay, tries to deal with the drone. What do you do about this one now, mate? Because you do have a whole lot of pressure coming your way. You're going to get out of dodge. Probably the right idea, but a slower enough pace for now. That presence might have hindered a little bit that early explosive play from shahzam.
You say the right decision, but it's almost cost Gambit nothing to force that player out of sight here. And again, without Dubstep exploring mid, going elsewhere, and again, a lot of things that we credited Secret for previously. Now look at it. We're up to a minute. All 5 members of Gambit towards A. You still got Borkum considering the possibility of a lurk. and actually Dispenser tucked down just at the end of Tube. But again, potentially it's a 5v2 here on A side.
Confirmation, all they've really had is Chronicle and I guess shahzam in that regard. Now with the ult invested, that does change the dynamic. They need to kind of invest in this, and that's maybe what they have! Oh, dubstep from up above! Rains hell upon Defo, and now the spike's been denied, at least for the plant. Dispenser plays back in, and they've come and found the pace they needed. Wits holds his nerve, and it's Chronicle. All down to you now. What have you got for us? Ooh! There's fire in Gambit.
Been disappointed the most within our region in terms of expectations.
All right. Well, look, the expectation, I don't know. Managed or not, it's Wits to start it off with a bang. Already going to get that first pick, and that's going to be shahzam. Pretty much dealt with him. What a player to find.
Especially with the last few rounds he had on attack as well. Dispenser actually going to throw up the wall here. It's going to split Defo away. Ooh! Again, actually, Defo finds both here. Find a third. He's going to re-explore towards B main. Actually will find it.
Yeah, this man's on a mission, and if it ain't going to be shahzam, it'll be him. Defo's still going to be doing what he can. He's got the boys by his side. Do they overdo this? No, not for now. It is just dubstep. Left in, what, a 1v3. Spike down, basically, in Narnia. He's going to have to find a wardrobe to just jump through or something at this point. And already the owl drone. Can he dip around it? Let's see if he can do some dodge. Yes, beautiful. Oh. There we go. It was a lovely attempt. And now there's a whole lot of players looking. Ooh. Heck, this is dangerous. Nats gets beheaded, and now they could springboard off this, but they actually don't. They hit the brakes for a second. I think they identified a second, which would have been Redgar, who's going to slip away towards a deeper part of that B site.
Interesting, actually, the orb wasn't retrieved from A before Defo and shahzam hit this rotation, so cautious that Secret were spread a little thin here, but dubstep find Redgar as well. Again, at this point, just look for Gambit to do some damage. Remove some of these weapons.
It's all rifles. If they can do something to do that, that'd be pretty dreamy at this point. Obviously, you're looking for normally like 3 to kind of force that reinvestment to be a little bit more labored. But at this point, you'll take anything you can get. For now, a tap on the spike is the beginner. No one massively swinging off the back. They can kind of maybe hazard a guess that it's not going to be stuck at this point. Dubstep waits. There it is. There's one in unison with the other. Maybe didn't need that overstep there, but he wants the fight, and they're going to just falter for a second. Takes one, backs it, but it's Wits with the trade. That's now up, lost in the site as well. shahzam, he's actually going to spin up towards heaven. He wants to get there quick, but there's a player lingering just down below. Going to take that space and take site control. Spike should be able to be planted. I don't think anything's going to deny that now. And now we're in the post plant.
Actually, you got 2 members of Gambit actually walking towards the back lines here. Redgar and Nats potentially challenge dubstep in his position, but he finds the first headshot now. Redgar solo HP.
Look at the damage on him. Dubstep did so much on the first peak. The second almost felt like a given. shahzam and Chronicle's 5 HP. Get out of there. You know you're going to have to. 5 HP is not enough to be lingering around on you. You want to keep these rifles. You want to give yourself the best chance going forward. He needs to quietly back away to not give away audio cues or anything else. But, well, can we just take a second to appreciate this? Team Secret just went, do you remember those 8 hits you were doing to us? Mate, we can do them too. Yeah. That's crazy.
And the difference being, again, it's that double duelist setup on the side of Gambit, so it's...
Wait, they've lost both of the rifles.
Okay.
Ooh. Try and take on the likes of shahzam, who's just been trying to play this corner. We've seen hot and cold performances from him already. Sometimes maybe a little over peak, maybe a little bit too overzealous, but right now he is needed.
But again, though, the adjustment here, Redgar's here to kind of slow down these hits from Secret, but it's not going to do anything. No, shahzam and Redgar fall immediately.
Michael, what are you doing? Oh, okay, he's doing that. Takes one and now slips away into the night. Tries to back away and not overstep. I got a little worried if he was on his own trying to make moves, but the spike's going down. Can't deny it. And now into the post plant 3v3.
Spencer here, have a little peek through, and actually will find it. Secret are just hitting everything right now. Therefore, on the way back in, we'll find Wits. 2v2 presented here.
Nats on the drop down, clears below, but not completely. Does find Dispenser, tries to find the next step, but Jesse playing to just deny this step out. Does spot at least one. Finds Defo now knows what's up. Again, get your gun out, Jesse. Here we go. It's 12 on the board.
As if they're bone idle, they're trying things.
Look at the buy, it's absolute garbage, and already it's going to be Chronicle now lost. Down to 4 standing, and Gambit are going to be in pieces after this. This is a group stage. This was meant to be maybe a little difficult, maybe a couple of rounds, but you weren't meant to be.
This was supposed to be.
A little lead stayed on, and look at this approach. Look at what we're seeing coming out of Secret. It's passive, it's patient, and it's a slow build towards A. But look at the rest. They are literally doing a Nats.
Dare I say, they're doing what Gambit do best.
This is literally what I have seen. We've time and time again, we have seen this sort of thing.
And look at it, Gambit almost about to entertain it. You can see Red guy gets curious in mid. Secret will stack up now. Leave Dubstep a little disconnected. Actually, looks like he will regroup. I thought potential for him to go down mid, but B-side wide open right now. No Viper utility committed on the side of Borkum, so they have the opportunity here. Just cut and dry piece towards B. Nat's still alive, one away from the Viper's pit now. Reactionary ultimate potential here if he can find this first kill.
30 seconds left.
See here if he's checked upon.
Welcome to my world.
Ult invested. Shados on top. Gets a fight, loses it. Dubstep gets him. We're down to 3. Spike goes in. First fight comes out. Nat's going to pick up the pace. Going to pick up 2 bodies on the way as well, but loses his life. Rez now invested as well, coming out from Dispenser. Going to get that Viper back on their feet, but now we do have a little bit of a scrappy battle, to say the least. Defo and Redgar, what can you do, though, to break those back lines, to get back into this one? That Spike is ticking away as Redgar going to lean a little further forward. Does isolate Dispenser, forces the swing out of 1. Trade comes out. It's going to be down to just Jesse again, up against Defo. But the Spike, the time is still so favorable here towards Secret. Time being bought. Players being toyed with. Jesse, all he's got to do is play this correctly. Backs away, buys some time. He's breaking Defo's heart. He can't do anything about it. He knows it's done. Give it up. Game 1, map 1. Team Secret off to an incredible start.
Win.
I'm at a loss here. He's actually going to try and get ahead of the curve here. We'll find a kill as well. Chronicle will fall.
Lovely time.